So in this reconstitution case, okay, let's go through the contents of the petition, some of it. According to the petition for reconstitution, the original copy of transfer certificate of title number 12345 was destroyed by fire. Okay, so in Bisaya, nasunog when the building where it was stored was destroyed by fire. So in my recollection, I think it was in the city hall of a certain city. Part of it was the office of the Register of Deeds. So nasunog to. It was burned down by fire, gutted down by fire. So of course, no, when the building was destroyed by fire, the original copy kept by the Register of Deeds was also destroyed by fire. Okay. The problem also here is that the original owner's duplicate copy was also lost. Okay, so both original copies were lost. Now the loss of the owner's duplicate copies was evidenced, no, by affidavit of loss, which is the usual procedure. When there is loss, you execute an affidavit of loss and you get it annotated on the title. So in this case, that is what happened. The loss of the owner's duplicate copy was evidenced by the affidavit of loss registered and recorded with the Registry of Deeds, no, who has jurisdiction over transfer certificate of title number 12345. So Mr. Petitioner submitted the following as evidence. So what did he submit as evidence? Let's focus here on the first and second evidence. First evidence, photocopy of transfer certificate of title number 12345. So I guess, no, that's basic. If you have a copy, you have to submit a copy. That way, it will be easier to describe what title you are talking about. Second, real property tax declaration certificates. Okay, also, no, it will affirm and confirm that this was registered under your name, especially if the portion in the tax declaration certificate on the title number is correctly filled up. Okay. Third evidence. Okay, let's move forward with the other evidence. Receipt of payments of real property tax. It will also help, no? It will help prove why you own the property, even if, no, the title is lost. Fourth, lot sketch plan and subdivision plan. So this is also important. It will help describe the metes and bounds of the land, the tie point, the tie line, the bearing and distance of the tie line, the perimeter or the sides of the property, the bearing and distance of the sides, and the location of the property. That is the purpose of the sketch plan. Okay. So fourth evidence, fifth na data. No, we're already in the fifth evidence. Mr. Petitioner likewise submitted a Land Registration Authority report stating that the lot plan and technical description of the property may be used as basis for the inscription of the technical description on the reconstituted title. So this evidence is submitted by the petitioner. This was submitted by the petitioner because land title must contain a technical description. So you need the source, a verified or authentic or reliable source for the technical description. So that is why they submitted a Land Registration Authority report. Sixth evidence, a certified microfilm copy of the lot plan. So usually you call this SIPIA, and the technical description of the property on the file with the Land Registration Authority. So most likely, if it was with the Land Registration Authority and there was a subdivision plan, usually when you get when you file a subdivision survey return, no, when you process the approval of the subdivision plan, you can either course through it to the DENR or through the LRA if it is a titled land. So according to Mr. Petitioner, all these evidence that he presented are all valid basis and reference for the reconstitution of his land title. Okay? Not that I'm saying that the court agrees with him, but this is what he said. Okay, the petitioner. Moreover, Mr. Petitioner believed that these documents corroborate the other documentary evidence covering the subject property. So basically, all these evidence are like small pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. So you have to put them together and create a whole picture that will convince the court that what you are saying is in fact true and supported by evidence. Okay? So that is the point there. So he presented several evidence. So for the regional trial court, based on the previous video, it agreed with the petitioner, but the Court of Appeals did not. That is why this reached the Supreme Court. Okay, so very interesting. I'll see you in the next video. Let's see what happened next in this case. Okay, so have a great day. See you in the next video.